Good morning to all of you and a new episode of Good Morning Kuwait. And I would say good morning to my colleague, Sarah. How are you today?
I'm very fine. Good morning to you, Bin Salim, and to you, dear viewers, and everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests. So please keep watching us till the end of the episode.
And in addition to the special guests, we also have so many reports prepared just for you. And don't forget that we are in the month of February where we have lots going on.
Exactly. We know this is a month of celebrations, the month of joy, appreciation for our lovely land, Kuwait. And everyone is really expressing themselves and expressing the love through the decorations. For example, they do some songs, they listen to songs, national songs. So how actually we can actually express our love of our lovely land, Kuwait?
Well, we can see a lot of people having flags on the houses and, different types of lighting here and there on the streets, which is really beautiful and special for February. And I would really suggest that you check the calendar every day because there are a lot of things going on here and there. And, on every day there will be more than one event. And it's a good time to have you and the family enjoying all these celebrations.
That's amazing. And speaking about the events, we have too many lovely places here in Kuwait to go, traditional places. For example, let's say البكر village and also Mbarakiya. And we have a lot of village, a lot of lovely places to go with your family and friends and celebrate our National and Liberation Day, actually.
And another thing maybe that you need to check before you go out is the weather forecast, because yesterday we had lots of rain.
Exactly. So how about your viewers to check the weather forecast? And we'll be right back to you.
Good morning, dear viewers. Warm weather by day with light to moderate northwesterly wind with a speed of 8 to 30 km per hour. Yesterday, we had good rain over some areas between light to moderate rain. Tonight, it's going to be rather cold to cold weather with light to moderate northwesterly wind. Will continue with us as well with a speed of 8 to 28 km per hour. Stable weather expected today and tomorrow until Wednesday. State of sea is going to be slight to moderate, and the wave height from 1 to 3 feet in general and 1 to 4 feet by tonight. Expected weather in Kuwait City for the next 5 days. Warm weather by day, but still cold weather late night and early morning with northwesterly wind. It will change to the southeast this coming Wednesday, also Thursday, and there is a chance for rain that might be thundery at times, especially on Thursday and Friday. That might be heavy sometimes, so please take a caution while you're driving. Low visibility expected, so it's going to be unstable weather this coming weekend. Maximum temperature will range between 21 to 24 degrees here in Kuwait City. For the minimum, it will range between 12 to 15 degrees. This is our weather forecasting this morning. Thanks for watching us, and now let's go back to our colleague.
And now, dear viewers, how about to check the latest update from Kuna News with my colleague Bin Salim.
His Highness the Emir Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al Jaber Sabah sent a cable of condolences to Bahrain King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. In the cable, His Highness the Emir expressed condolences over the terrorist attack on a military base in Somalia that left a Bahraini soldier dead. His Highness the Emir Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al Jaber Sabah received at Sif Palace on Sunday His Highness the Prime Minister Sheikh Dr. Mohammed Sabah Al Salim Al Sabah. He also received Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Defense, and the Acting Minister of Interior Sheikh Fahad Yusuf Saud Al Sabah. Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates UAE sealed an agreement during a key Arab fiscal forum in Dubai, aiming to avoid double taxation on income and prevent tax evasion, Kuwait's Finance Ministry said on Sunday. The Pan-Arab gathering looked into comparisons between state budget balance sheets among countries in the region, with Kuwait taking the opportunity to discuss its experiences on the matter, according to a ministry statement. Arab Parliament Speaker Adil Al-Asumi praised Sunday Kuwait's policies and stances under the leadership of His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah. This came during a meeting between Asumi and Kuwait's permanent representative to the Arab League, Ambassador Talal Al-Mtairi. That's all of our news from Kona today, and we'll continue the rest with Good Morning Kuwait. So the weather is really great here in Kuwait, and it's getting even much better. They were expecting to be more rain, but actually it's, you can see the sunshine out in there. But we're going to take you now from Kuwait to Dubai with more than 3,500 participants from around 180 different countries. Dubai organized Arab Health Conference and exhibition from the period of 28th of January till the beginning of this month.
Well, we know the Arab Health is the largest meeting of medical professionals from around the world to experience the latest updates in the medical field and the health system. So how about to check this great report together? I'll be right back to you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are welcoming you now here from our spot in Dubai, where is the largest medical showroom and exhibition. Arab Health is being held annually in Dubai, where all the medical professionals are meeting together here to share the experiences they have and see the latest updates in the medical field. This the largest meeting of the health in Dubai.
Thank you very
Of
much.
the health industry. So now, first of all, we need you to explain us more about the machine you have here.
We are from Araska Medical Equipments. We are based in Dubai. We are dealing with pre-hospital medical equipments. And this is ambulance stimulator. It's like real ambulance, we can make it. The thing is practically for the students and all. The stimulator means, if you are driving the ambulance, you feel the jerking. You can make it really in the stimulator as well. And there is the item is we are components with all member items. We have the spine boards, ambulance stretchers, evacuation chairs, planes, and all the things. So this is very attractive in this World Trade Center, this Arab Health. So we are getting many customers. So it's very happy we are here today.
So obviously you deal with government as well, yeah?
We are dealing with the government, hospitality industry, hospital industry, clinics, and schools, and all the sectors we are dealing with.
Now, speaking about the machine you have or the simulator,
Yeah.
does it only train the drivers? What instruments you have for the
The
drivers?
training as well, you can train the drivers as well, and you can train the clinic responder as well. For ambulance, they need the responder to if emergency happen. We have the mannequin here, real mannequin. That real mannequin, we can make the noise while he is crying if an emergency happen, and we can make the bleeding also.
Yeah.
So this all connected with the tablet. We can operate with the tablet as well. And while driving, the people, ambulance driving is not compared with the normal, it's different. So ambulance driving, they get the training also.
Yeah.
So this device, you can make stimulator, you can make the training for the ambulance driver as well as the responder.
With all the equipments like the buttons they need to use, or
Yeah,
the lights, if
the
they want to-
buttons, lights, and there is it's connecting with the IVR as well. Okay. So IVR means if you went for some area for the road, like if you are going for the war, you can feel that you are in the real area. So you will get the IVR, you feel that. So we can connect with the ambulance also.
So that's why you have the IVR sticks as well.
IVR system is here. And the switches, this is really for the training purposes.
Okay,
That's
what's related to the front part. What about the back part?
the back part, you mean?
Yeah.
Back part, I can show to you. So this is the mannequin. This is the mannequin. I explained to you before, we can make the voice for the real different scenario is there. It's connecting with the tablets. So we can make the noise, we can make the voice, and we can make the bleeding as well. So can you little move? I can show you the bleeding. See? This is the real ambulance, real emergency. So the people get trained, they will not panic in the situation. So they get well trained, This is the main purpose of the stimulator.
Can I step inside?
Yeah, sure. And there is a patient monitor system, emergency bag, and all the things as per the real ambulance.
This is also equipped with the drugs as well, with the medicines.
No, the medicine, no, the equipments, emergency bags, and all the things.
And does it show like vitalities, any numbers for the patient as well?
There is
make the real scenario.
Yeah, it's a real scenario, and we can get the patient monitor.
Yeah.
There is a blood pressure, BP, pulse rate, and all the things. And there is a defibrillator also.
Also, I can see the IV.
Yeah, IV tools, all things, real ambulance, emergency bags, and even evacuation chair also we kept there. because if there is any other patients, we need to evacuate. We can use the evacuation chair as well.
Very great.
Hello and good morning, everyone. I am your host, Saad Al-Azmi, and in today's report, we will discover why it's important to have a personal trainer in the gym. In the report, we will meet with personal trainer, Coach Alexander Fezilevich. He will show us why it's important, and he will show us also some exercise. So don't go anywhere and stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers. Here is with me, personal trainer, Alexander Fezilevich from the beautiful country of Ukraine. Hello and good morning, Coach.
Hello, good morning, people, men and women, boys and girls, and nice to meet you here, really. Thank you for inviting me here for interview.
You are most welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you, Coach. Could you tell me and the viewers about personal training? How long have you been doing personal training?
So here in Kuwait, 7 years I'm doing personal training, but I was start from 2012. This is my first experience. I had short course about how to be coach in the gym, 30 days, and then I start. And my first client, when I get him, I do a lot of mistakes.
Yes, because it's not easy.
I don't know how to work with the weights. I don't know the basic bodybuilding. All my life, acrobatic and taekwondo.
Yeah.
I kill total. So next time when he pulling and he says, Alexander, I cannot now move my hands. Latte. Just he has a temperature. He even drink like Panadol something.
Yes.
So from there, I start learn a lot. After everything, all the exercises, you experience with the other coaches. So, and it's step by step I get in myself. So the best what I have now for the future.
Here in Kuwait, what do you think about Kuwait gyms and sport activities?
So any activities, any sport, we are born and we start moving.
Yes.
From day we're moving. Okay. Moving. Move. Just people move. When you live, for example, on the second floor council elevator, let's go walking up and down. Do it 30 days. Just make for yourself discipline. It's going to be amazing for you, for your legs, for your hands, for your heart,
Yes.
for everything. What do you have? Just try to move. Maybe you will like it more, you will go to the gym. But the problem is when they are coming, they will know what to do.
Yes, because that's why they need a personal trainer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Even in the gym.
Yes.
Even in the gym.
When they come to the gym and they have their personal training session, what do you think about nutrition and training? Do you think it's important to eat healthy or you eat not that healthy, but you train?
Yes.
Which one is better, you think?
I want to tell for all people, very important. Because our youth has everything what do you need. Fruits, vegetables, meat, protein, carbs. No need to do something wrong. Everything what do you eat? From the trees, from the earth.
Yes.
From everything what they give for us, the best way could be healthy.
Yes.
Morning, start your breakfast. Eggs, protein, vegetables. It's good for the stomach, vegetable.
Coach Alexander, to the viewers, do you think going to the gym is worth it? Last word to the viewers.
So, for the health, I want to ask the people who is talking about it's worth. It's them mind.
Yes.
But if it's not your mind, listen yourself. Come on, ask yourself. It's worth for you or for two human person who talk about. Yes, it's your mind, for example.
Yes.
You coming to me and you say, come on, Alexander, gym, no good, but I didn't even try.
Yes.
This is your mind.
Yes. So they have to try. And now, dear viewers, with the coach Alexander, we will do some exercise in the gym. Let's go.
Thank you very much. Man, Alexander, Alpha.
Right.
189 member countries, staff from more than 170 countries, and offices in over 130 locations. The World Bank Group is a unique global partnership. 5 institutions working for sustainable solutions that reduce poverty and build shared prosperity in developing countries. The World Bank Group is one of the world's largest sources of funding and knowledge for developing countries. Its 5 institutions share a commitment to reducing poverty, increasing shared prosperity, and promoting sustainable development.
Welcome back to Good Morning Kuwait. And World Bank is an international organization affiliated with the United Nations, UN, and designed to finance projects that enhances the economic development of a member state headquartered in Washington, D.C. The bank is the largest source of financial assistance to developing countries. It also provides technical assistance and policy advice and supervises the implementation of free market reforms. Now, to know more about the World Bank, we'd like to welcome His Excellency, Dr. Ziad Nakat, resident representative for the state of Kuwait and the state of Qatar, the World Bank Group. Welcome, Dr. Nakat.
Thank you, Abdulrida. Thank you for hosting me here. It's a great pleasure to be with you today.
It's actually our pleasure, and we're so glad that you're joining us in the program today. We'd like to know more about the World Bank Organization, but before we actually get into this, we'd like to know more about you and your professional journey.
Thanks a lot. Well, I grew up in Lebanon. I'm Lebanese. I studied at the American University of Beirut Engineering, after which I went to the United States. I did my graduate studies at UC Berkeley, where I did my PhD in engineering and a master's in economics and a couple other degrees. And then after that, just after that, I joined the World Bank, which was a great thing. Almost over about 18 years I've been with the World Bank. Prior to that, of course, I had some work experience. So in total, I've been working in the developing world in infrastructure and transportation first for about 20 years. I work in over 40 countries around the world.
MashaAllah.
In Eastern Europe, Central Asia, Africa, Middle East, North Africa, and other parts of the world. And now I'm really delighted to be in Kuwait. It's great coming here. Everybody's so welcoming. I feel it's like my second home. And, the culture, the diwaniya, the generosity, and the food. Which is not helping a lot with my diet.
Just make sure, you don't gain more kilograms. Hello, Sahla, Doctor. We're really honored to have you on our show. And since we got to know something about you, we definitely would like to know more about the World Bank and its current functions.
Thanks a lot. So the World Bank was established in 1944, just after the World War II. And it was established both for reconstruction after the World War, as well as for development. And actually, the first loan of the World Bank was to France after the war, to help France recover from the war. And then many of its projects, like in Japan, we helped them build the first bullet train. So we financed some very high-end projects all over the world. And beyond infrastructure, we've done in health, in education, on climate change. And also we have a lot of facilities to deal with crises, like natural disasters, like earthquakes and the like. Also during COVID, we mobilized a lot of financing for developing countries to help them deal with the epidemic. So overall, we have members of about 187 countries now, and pretty much involved in most the developing world today.
Okay, great. Now let's go back to the relationship of the World Bank with Kuwait.
So Kuwait is a very important member of the World Bank. It has an executive director on our board of directors. That relationship dates back to 1961.
Since the independence of Kuwait.
Since the independence. And it's been going on in a strong partnership since then. And then in 2009, to strengthen even further that partnership, an office was opened in Kuwait, a World Bank office. Basically, our relationship with Kuwait is on two pillars. One is partnership. So Kuwait is an active player and donor in the region and globally. And so we partner together with Kuwaiti institutions to help on global agenda and regional agenda, as well as, of course, providing knowledge to the state of Kuwait. That knowledge we provide in most countries in the world, including in developed countries like in Europe and other GCC countries. And the like. So that relationship has been very strong, and we hope to keep it that strong and even take it further.
And may I ask how long you've been with us in Kuwait?
I've been in Kuwait since July, so about 7 months now. And so far it's been great. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so Kuwait has its vision 2030, and I'm sure the World Bank can maybe help in that. If you can maybe give us some more idea about how we can actually reach to our ambition here in Kuwait.
Thanks a lot. So when we work with the government in general, we frame our support to the needs of the government. We're a demand-driven institution. So as you rightly pointed out, Kuwait has its vision 2035, And we develop a country engagement framework. It's a strategic document between us and the state of Kuwait on how we can help them. And that the period is 2021-2025 for that period. And that document is really has four main pillars.
Okay.
One is about enabling the private sector, because we want the private sector to play an increased role in the Kuwaiti economy and in creating jobs, and that's the Kuwaiti government vision. The second one is investing in human capital, improving the outcomes of education, health, and other. The third one is improving governance and institutions so that they can provide more efficient service delivery to the Kuwaitis. And the fourth is sustainable infrastructure. So, improving the delivery of energy, renewable energy, water, transport, and the like. And we have also, in addition to these four pillars, we have three thematic areas that cut across. The first one is digitalization, which is basically how to make the Kuwaiti government, e-government, and service delivery relying more on the technology, including also private sector as well as government. So that's one. The second is empowering women in the economy. Women labor participation is important, especially on the public side, but it can be also further improved on the private side. And we've seen successful examples, including from the region, like Saudi recently, where an enhanced women participation in the economy contributed a significant part to the GDP growth. So that's also another area that cut across. And the, last but not least is climate change, which is very important, both in terms of how to help Kuwait deal with the changing climate. So we see more heat happening, less rain. We've seen this season has been less cold than usual. So that's one, but also how Kuwait can invest to reduce the emissions related to GHG and others in its economy.
What would you say the top priority of the World Bank in actually helping Kuwait in this regard?
So, as I said,
you mentioned like four elements. But
those are the four pillars. I think all are very important and they are interlinked. But I think creating more space for the private sector in the Kuwait economy is very important, because that will help with some of the others as well.
Okay.
Today, the Kuwait economy is very public sector driven, and it's a burden on the finances of the government, but it's also not allowing the space for creativity and innovation that the Kuwaitis are known for as traders and have a rich history. So creating more space to enable the private sector to be more active, I think would be very critical for Kuwait's growth in the long term.
Is the focus more on the private sector or also on the public sector? Because we don't have the gap, between the two, but maybe with the experience that Your Excellency have in the World Bank, maybe we can actually try to shortening such gap between the private sector and public sector, so we could have a better future for our Kuwait.
Absolutely. Saying that we need to create more space for the private sector does not mean we don't need the public sector. Absolutely. So
Great.
To be clear, public sector is a critical and will remain a large part of the Kuwait economy, both in creating employment but also in investment. What I mean is that even the public sector has to enable the private sector. So for the private sector to be active, the public sector and the government and the parliament needs to pass laws and regulations to promote or to enable the private sector. So having said that, yes, thank you for clarifying. That doesn't mean we don't want the public sector at all. Definitely, public sector is a key driver of the economy, but it has to play more of an enabling role than as a provider. Today, the public sector is like a provider.
Great.
Okay, we have to shift that mentality. Is that the public sector becomes more as an enabler for the Kuwaitis, so that they can take the initiative.
Do you think we have the right environment, or let me paraphrase my question, but do you think we actually have the base in Kuwait to reach this vision?
Look, Kuwait.
Or what are we lacking?
Kuwait historically has been really a leading country on many things. In the 60s, 70s, 80s. I mean, the first sovereign wealth fund in the world.
But then the whole region
exactly,
went through some deterioration.
But it's important to recognize that the Kuwait, the reason I'm saying that is that Kuwait has that potential, and it has proven it has that potential. It was a leader in many things in the world. Like I said, the first sovereign wealth fund, Norway learned from Kuwait. Many other countries learned from Kuwait. There's been a little, maybe stagnation in the past few years, But inshallah, as we say,
Inshallah.
Kuwait has, I think, all the ingredients. The Kuwaitis are very cosmopolitan. They're highly educated. They're open. They're welcoming. So the ingredients are there. It's just, I think, with the right, I think, political will and vision, which hopefully is there, I think that can happen soon. And we see it happening in the region. And there is no, in the GC in particular, and there is no reason why Kuwait can be lagging. The opposite. I think Kuwait has all the ingredients to, inshallah, make it even leapfrogging and going back to the lead that it was in the past decades.
Good to know, and actually it makes us like proud that our country, inshallah, heading towards its goals for its vision of 2035. And I would really like to thank our guest, His Excellency Dr. Ziad Al-Nakat, a resident representative for the state of Kuwait and the state of Qatar, the World Bank Group. Thanks a lot, and thank you for taking the time to be our guest in our show.
Thanks again, it's my pleasure.
Okay, so now we're going to continue with our segments in Good Morning Kuwait. Stay tuned. So earlier in our show, we saw a report from Dubai made by the pharmacist Ali Abdullah, our colleague also here on TV, and it was really a good report. So in addition to the exhibition that showed the latest medical technology and instruments, Arab Health also hosted different lectures of different medical experts to introduce the latest updates in the medical guidelines and treatment strategies.
That's amazing. Not only exhibition and lectures, but also Arab Health was a chance for all medical professionals and professions from different majors to meet up and discuss the updates. To know more, let's have a phone call from a doctor that attended the conference and did this report. So hello and good morning, pharmacist Ali Abdullah.
Good morning to you, Mr. Abdullah, and your colleague. Thank you for hosting me. It's my pleasure to be with you on this morning.
Thank you for being with us. We'd like to know at the beginning, how was your experience in attending this humongous conference?
Actually, the experience was so amazing. You know, when you attend a conference that is hosting different experts from around the world, so you can meet them there in the exhibition, and you also can attend the lecture, so you can have the latest updates that we have in the medical field. So, and trying to transfer that knowledge and experience to Kuwait as well in the practice. You know, because the medical professionals, they would need to be updated with the latest updates, so we can practice during the safety of the patient.
Well, pharmacist Ali, what were the courses actually that you have attended, and how would you attend actually to implement them?
First of all, you know, as you saw in the report, that the exhibition was divided into two parts. One is the exhibition to show the latest technology and the machines that is available now in the medical field. So we had the chance to try the latest machines. We have especially those that are trying to implement the artificial intelligence and the augmented reality. And then the other parts of the exhibition or the conference is attending the lectures that shows the latest techniques used to treat the patients or to deliver the utmost healthcare needed to the patients with the safety. So, you know, that before attending Arab Health, we had another conference which is more focusing on the pharmacy and the pharmaceutical knowledge, but this one is like a multidisciplinary team that is needed for every profession, like a radiologist, doctors, pharmacists, physiotherapists, and everyone that is involved in treating the patient. So it is a good chance to have different perspectives, different point of views from every professional, so we can also use that in our practice.
Yes.
Pharmacist Ali Abdullah, thank you for the report that you provided us here in Good Morning Kuwait, but I still have one final question. I would like to know what is in the future agenda for you?
Yeah, you know, as medical professionals, the continuous learning is highly needed, so we can ensure that the utmost healthcare is delivered to the patient, so we can also keep the safety of the patients. So we do have more conferences are upcoming in this year, especially the one that is being held and hosted by Cape Town in South Africa, which is the International Pharmaceutical Conference, which is focusing more on innovating the healthcare and delivering the best healthcare for the patient. You know, all the world now is directing and implementing the AI. So they will show us how we can use the AI and the pharmacy practice, especially with those that is related to the healthcare, and especially those which are related to the discovering the new treatments for the patients, especially that we have some new, let's say, diseases are showing around the world. So we need new medications. We need new strategies on how to treat this disease as well.
Yes, indeed, pharmacist Ali Abdullah. Actually, we are thanking you for joining us in Good Morning Kuwait, and all the best of luck. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we know, Ibn Salim, we have too many segments and
do.
reports in our Good Morning Kuwait. We provide too many special segments, so we have one of these special segments, isn't it?
Yes, well, we have a report here, but let's just tell you something about it.
Yes.
She's actually a specialist, dermatology and venereology, MBB CH Alexandria University of Medicine, master degree of dermatology and venereology, and also andrology, Alexandria University of Medicine, biofiber, master degree of hair implant from Italy.
That's amazing. She will provide great tips for all our female viewers. And the advisory are not recommendable in dermatology world. She is a 27 years experience in dermatology field, and today we will talk about skin psychology. Let's welcome together and watch this interesting report together with Dr. Manal Shiba.
Good morning, Kuwait. I'm Dr. Manal Sheta, dermatologist. I'm going to be with you in more than one segment. We are going to talk about your beauty regarding your hair, your face, your body, whatever is going to make you beautiful and happy. And we are going to see if you would like me to continue for more than one segment or no. Today, I'm going to talk about a very important thing in our life. It's affecting our beauty, which is the psychocutaneous. What does it mean, psychocutaneous? Psycho means psychology, and cutaneous is our skin. The psychology is the name stress. Stress doesn't mean that you are very sad. No. Whatever extremes in our emotions is regarding to our beliefs. What we believe on is going to be presented with actions. So, very happy, very sad, very worried, very excited. So we have to know if we are balanced in these emotions or no, because this is going to be affected in our skin later on. The skin category is very important. Why? Because the skin is the largest organ in our body. It occupies a lot of space in our body. So it's going to tell us what's going on in our emotions. So what's the solution to make us look good regarding to our emotions? We have to balance our psychology. Means we have to make the circle balanced, not to be excited a lot, happy a lot. No, we have to have our balance. This balance is going to make our skin happy, our hair happy, our body as well. So we have to balance this by ourselves. And if we need any assistance from a psychologist, it's not bad to ask for an assistance from the psychologist. And about our skin and hair and body, we can have the exact treatment regarding to our dermatologist, so both of them can work together, or the dermatologist and me as behaving my emotions can work together to make our life better. And I want to say also that there is no scientific evidence that there is a relation between the psychology and the skin. But in the practical life, yes, it is happening. It is happening that some people has alopecia, some people has psoriasis, lichen planus, xerosis. A lot of skin problems are happening, or hair problems, or body weight is happening regarding our emotions. So what are my recommendations for you to make your skin happy or to make your body look beautiful and happy? Is to balance your emotions. Don't go to severe excitement or sadness or happiness or whatever you are feeling. You have to balance your emotions. These balance are letting your glands to secrete hormones that is making stable of your body. and that makes your hair and your face looks good, and your body as well. I'm listening to a lot of patients who are telling, I'm going for a diet for a very long time and it's not affecting, or I'm taking a treatment for my hair and my hair is still falling, or the psoriasis resistant cases, or this lichen planus, or a lot of skin problems that are resistant. You have to believe that these resistant cases are related to the psychology. If you need help, don't hesitate to go to your psychologist or to a professional that will make you happy. And that in this way, you are going to find a solution not only for organic things, but also for your psychiatry and how to be happy. Thank you very much. Good morning, Kuwait. I was with you, Dr. Manal Sheta, dermatologist, and maybe I'm going to be with you again in other segments to make you happy and beautiful. Thank you.
Oil derivatives are the basis upon which most industries around us are based. From here, our mission begins. Natural gas and crude oil are processed in our refineries and transformed into several high-quality derivatives to be utilized in our daily life. Among the most important derivatives produced by Kuwait National Petroleum Company is diesel. Trucks, heavy machinery, boats, and even power plants rely primarily on diesel as a fuel to operate. We produce high-quality diesel from our two refineries in Mina Al-Ahmadi and Mina Abdullah to cover the needs of the local market and export to global ones. The diesel we produce contains a 10 parts per million sulfur content, which complies with the highest environmental standards. Bitumen or gar, is used in paving roads, insulating surfaces, and roofs. It is distinguished by its black color and high viscosity. Bitumen is one of KNPC's important byproducts which meets Kuwait's need for asphalt for roads paving and constructing. Liquefied petroleum gas. When turning on the light or cooking with a stove, we are your partners, and we would have succeeded in bringing you one of our best sources of clean energy. At KNPC, we extract liquefied petroleum gas through natural gas processing and during the crude oil refining process. Liquefied petroleum gas is filled into cylinders for domestic consumption and exported to global markets as well. We produce gasoline. If you drop off your kids at school or go to college or work, we are your partners. We help you enjoy driving your car as we produce 3 types of high-quality gasoline suitable for different types of car engines, through which we meet the local market's need for fuel, keeping the streets of Kuwait vibrant. Due to its low sulfur content, which does not exceed 10 parts per million, the gasoline we produce is compatible with global environmental standards and requirements, thus opening up wider markets for exporting. Naphtha. Naphtha is one of the basic materials in our daily life. It is used in manufacturing of medicines, perfumes, clothes, detergents, plastics, and others. Naphtha is a mixture of liquid hydrocarbons resulting from the crude oil refining process in our refineries. The naphtha we produce is consumed by the local market, in addition to exporting it to global markets. Kerosene. From the simplest to the most complex industries, the importance of kerosene emerges. Whether you travel for tourism or study, KNPC's products accompany you. Kerosene is used as a fuel to power jet planes. It is also used for many industrial purposes. Among those are insecticides and as a solvent. In many parts of the world, kerosene is used for domestic cooking, lighting, and heating. At KNPC, we produce the fuel needed for commercial aircraft at Kuwait International Airport, as well as military aircraft, while also exporting it to global markets. Petroleum coke. Petroleum coke is a byproduct of the oil refining process, and it is used in many important industries, such as manufacturing of steel, aluminum, battery electrodes, and others. KNPC exports petroleum coke to global markets while securing the needs of local factories. At Kuwait National Petroleum Company, we always strive to make life better through our many high-quality products that comply with international environmental standards. We support our economy and provide our nation with the needed energy to keep the wheel of life rolling.
Well, after seeing this interesting introduction, we are so glad to have with us today Engineer Dalal Ali Abdul Wahab. She is a senior, engineer, operational, technical services at department in KNPC. So hello and good morning, Engineer Dalal.
Good morning, Sarah.
We are so happy to have you in our show. Good morning, Kuwait.
Me too. I'm very glad to be here today with you today to introduce you to Kuwait National Petroleum Company and to highlight to you the product that we produce in our refinery.
Well, this is our purpose to know first of all about the process of refining crude oil. I know it's really a complicated, measure, but we'd like to know in a simplified way.
Yeah. Crude oil or petroleum refining is a very complicated process. It starts with different processes like separation and treatment. In a simple way, we take the crude oil, we refine it, we treat it into a very lighter component, more valuable products that we can use in our daily life. For the refining in KNPC, we have two refineries in Kuwait, Mina Ahmadi and Mina Abdullah, both located in south of Kuwait.
That's amazing. So what are the most important derivatives that National Petroleum can produce from the from the refining crude oil?
In KNPC, we have a variety of products. Maybe I will start with the most famous product, that is the gasoline. Maybe in Kuwait, it is known as the benzene. There is different grades. We use it in the local market. We also export it. Other than this, we produce the liquefied petroleum gas. It's a gas used for heating and generating electricity. Other than this, we produce naphtha. It's a liquid hydrocarbon used as a basic material for petrochemical, plastics, and the perfumes and detergent industries. Also produce the aviation turbine kerosene. This is the jet for the fuels. We produce diesel, one of the major components from the refineries. It is used for the trucks, heavy equipment, and boats. We produce fuel oil. It's used to generate electricity to the power station. Other than this, there is other side products produced from the refinery, like we have the sulfur, the bitumen, and also we produce the petroleum coke.
Well, too many products and derivatives,
Indeed.
So, Engineer Dalal, we know there were a huge project about the clean, fuel project in 2021 that really affect the specification of the products, the quality of our products. We would like to know more about that aspect.
Actually, the clean fuel project is considered one of the major projects in the oil sector, not only in Kuwait, however, internationally. It's constitute a quantum leap in the progress of KNPC. It's boosted Kuwait economy and position internationally. By this project, we were able to produce more valuable and lighter components that conformative to the standard and international regulation. We're producing product with sulfur content of less than 10 part per million in sulfur content, which make it more friendly to the environment. And also it opened the channel for the Kuwaiti market internationally. We penetrated the Europe market, which I emphasize on that it strengthened the Kuwaiti position in the international market.
Amazing. So we can say that's not only consumed in the local, market, also the global markets, isn't it?
We produce, as I said, variety of products to secure our local demand. After that, we have more production that we can export it to the international market.
That's amazing. So we know that there are 3 types of automobile fuel produced by National Petroleum. So we'd like from you to mention them.
Yes, indeed. Whenever you go to any gas station, you can find different grades of gasoline produced. We have the premium, which is 91, the super 95, and the ultra is 98. These are different in terms of the octane number, which help the engine to operate for different cars.
That's amazing. So what about, let's talk about Dalal, about the domestic gas cylinders. We know all the houses, they have that cylinder. So let's talk more about, does actually the domestic gas contains of odorless at all, or?
Actually, these products are really odorless. However, in the refinery, we add these odors in order to distinguish these products. For example, for the safety reasons, if you smell the gases at home, so this indicates that you have leak and you can take your necessary measures for that.
That's amazing. So we know there will be types of aviation that really can help to, to produce the fuel, in the national petroleum. So let's talk about the types of aviation.
Yeah, for aviation, we produce 3 types of fuels for the jet fuels. The ones that use for the commercial airplanes and also for the military, as well as the local market kerosene used for the domestic uses. And we supply the jet fuels through CAFCO, the Kuwait Aviation Fuel Company, to the local customers.
That's amazing. And you know, Engineer Dalal, you are sitting here and we are so proud of you that you are talking about, let's say, refining the crude oil and so on. So let's talk about the female sector. They are really started working in the oil sector. Is that really hard or harsh on them to work in that sector?
Yeah, for that, as you know, the female number working in the oil sector has increased. If you can compare it, for example, with 10 years, it's much more number of employees now. And we are all proud of all Kuwaiti engineers or employees working in the oil sector. It's a very, very challenging sector, and she's working very hard aside of her own life and her own responsibility. So we are all proud of anybody working not only behind offices, but also in the field, side by side with the employees.
I know they're actually facing too many challenges, and also they are facing a lot of risks, isn't it?
Yeah, we work in a refinery. You're exposed to gases, hydrocarbons, so it is challenging and you can face some difficulties. But however, I also need to thank KNPC. All employees are attending the safety courses and awarenesses that we can operate with the most safe operations.
So are you actually encouraging all the female sector to join you in the oil sector?
I really encourage, because in the oil sector it is very challenging. Every day you have a new challenge, a new scenario, so you will be more creative and capable for facing any challenge come to your
any
way.
Challenges and any risks as well.
Of
So
course.
Engineer Dinar, do you have any addition about the crude oil?
I would like to appreciate the role of each and every employee working in the oil sector, and also to thank you here to make us able to present our recent campaign regarding the product that we use in our daily life. However, maybe some products are only known for people. And thank you for having us today here.
Well, you are most welcome. Actually, it's least to offer you. We are so proud of you and all the oil sector and also the KNPC. Thank you for to joining us in Good Morning Kuwait.
Thank you, Sarah.
Big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, Dalal Ali Abdul Wahab. She is a Senior Engineer Operational Planning Technical Services Department at the KNPC. Don't go away, dear viewers. Let's have the sanitary break and then we'll move on.
Well, we have come to the end of our show for today. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you, Sarah, for also, all the great stuff that you do on the show.
Well, thank you so much, Ben Salam. It was really a great episode, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. See you for next time and have a lovely day.